Hey, this is 3 Takeaways, the RSW Agency New Business video series where we give you 3 takeaways to help improve your new business program. So we've released our 2019 Agency New Business Report, and one thing we know for certain, agencies and marketing services firms like to hear about what their peers are doing to find success in the new business front. Understandably so, because you're also busy. You tell us, you don't get to leave your bubble, as often as you would like. So we surveyed your peers to get you intel on all things new business. And you can download that, by the way, on our resources page here. Just click on survey results. All right, one of the questions we asked agencies in our survey was, how unique would you say is your agency's positioning? The results were interesting on several levels. Breaking it down here, you see 7% said not unique, 23% extremely unique, and 70% somewhat unique. So essentially 93% of you out there feel your positioning is unique. So on its face, that's fantastic, right? Sure, your positioning is one of the most important elements of your new business strategy. So you need to make it as unique as possible, and that can be tough to do. We'll get into why a little bit here in a moment. And you may be anticipating what I'm going to say next, but here it is. This crazy high number does not reflect reality. Our entire business world here at RSW revolves around the marketing services industry, and I see multitudes of agency positioning on a daily basis. Look, I do like the seemingly high level of self-awareness here, and I do think firms have gotten better with their positioning overall in the last several years. At the very least, understanding how important it is and making an effort to refine it. But I do think, and here comes a little tough love, that there's a mild thread of delusion running through this stat. Look, you may think your positioning is unique, but odds are, at the very least, need some work. So for your 3 takeaways today, I'm going to offer you an initial kind of a litmus test to apply against your current positioning, and ideally you can respond and tell me to stick it, Lee, because our positioning, it really is that differentiating. I would welcome that. But I think for a lot of you that's not the case. So here's your first takeaway. Positioning at the top of the funnel is very different than at the bottom. Now specifically, your positioning at the top of that funnel around awareness, and interest should not be the same positioning at the bottom of the funnel during, kind of the evaluation phase or your pitch, for example. I've written on this before, but there is a time for storytelling, and top of the funnel is not it. You don't have time for it. Here at RSW, working for our agency clients, to help them drive new business, we have 30 seconds to a minute to break through to a prospect, and that could be said for a salesperson just generally. So point is, there's no time for a story up front. So when I talk about this litmus test I said earlier, in this case, look at your positioning. Is it the same across the board from top of the funnel to the bottom? And if it is, you need to get to work. All right, that leads to our second takeaway. It's this: create a 2 to 3 sentence elevator pitch. Okay, while that may seem blatantly obvious, I can't tell you how many firms don't really do it or have this. I will see multiple paragraphs on, who they are, what they do, either on their site or LinkedIn, for example, but no declarative statement on literally who or what they are. A few examples. We are a digital firm focused on destination and tourism. Or here's another one. We're an experiential agency dedicated to multicultural and advocacy issues. It was tough to say. Pick any description, that applies, but too many firms aren't able to do that, or they haven't done it. So force yourself to write a positioning statement that is no more than 3 sentences. Not only will it be a good exercise, but it will help clarify a more robust positioning that you can use, further down that funnel. And again, looking at that litmus test, it's pretty simple in this case. Just ask yourself, do you have that 2 to 3 sentence elevator pitch? And if you don't, again, time to get to work. Okay, your third takeaway: find someone outside your firm to review your positioning. Look, I get it. Agencies and businesses, generally are steeped in their own world, and of course they are. You become very close to it, so close that it gets really tough to be a dispassionate observer when it comes to your positioning. Ideally, find someone that inhabits, your prospecting world. Could be a friend, or I'll bet, even better, all of you watching have a relationship with at least one of your current clients that would be willing to give you some honest feedback. Okay, That's it for today. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching 3 Takeaways, and please give us a like if you found it useful. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss our video series. All right, thanks a lot.